Welcome back to Katawa Shoujo. Whatever the fuck it is, cripple girls. The fuck does he mean normal? She does not want to bother with me, just fine. I assume that is normal. When was the last time you talked to your parents? It has been a while, and I feel ashamed. More so that he caught me then, how easily I could have dropped my parents a phone call or sent them an email, or even a letter, and I haven't. This knowledge makes me feel more ashamed. I thought so! If I wanted to see my parents, I couldn't. That is different. You aren't that far from her. It's only one train ride away. That's enough! No means no, you're very persistent. It was only something you're mad at. I can't see what you may have learned from my daughter aside from that and how to backtalk people. Is that it? The answer is yes. I wasn't as persistent or argumentative before meeting Shizune and Misha. After all, prior to meeting them, I just experienced a small death. Hehe, it's funny because in French, le petit mort means orgasm. It's funny because it means small death. Possibly it was from trying to get away from their nagging so much I was able to get my energy back. It's a cute idea. I think again about why I'm still here. Arguing with Jigoro is pointless, yet I think I almost looked forward to it. And he is right, I cannot understand him. Even if I did, he wouldn't care. I'm a louse that crawls on a whale. Totally insignificant. He has a confidence that I don't have. Shizune does, and it could be the reason that I'm here now in almost shouting match with her dad. Because some of her bravery has rubbed off on me. I, however, don't have anything to keep it going. Still, I hate him. I don't know what I can do. A few months ago, I think I could have punched him. I think I would have punched him and let the consequences play out as they may. But now I can't risk it. If he were to hit back, he'd likely kill me. So in the end, the only thing I can do is look at Jigoro in silence, knowing that I have no reply and hate him, and feel completely at a loss. Oddly, he takes it as defiance. Fine then, have fun with that! Picking up his sword and using it to pull himself to his feet, he turns and casually saunters out of the room. I want to throw my book after him, but I'm happy to finally be alone, even if I'm not in the mood to read any longer. You bitch lord. So I'm gonna solve Shizune's problem with her dad sooner or later, and then that's the end of the game, I get the feeling. Our third trip to the school keeps getting delayed in one way or the other. Shizune and Misha come back so late there's no use even leaving, and we end up staying another day. The morning after, we missed the train by a single minute, and then the next two don't arrive. We missed the fourth train because I wandered off to get a drink in the meantime. Shizune wasn't very happy about that. By the time I finally get back to my room, I feel so tired, even though I spent most of the ride back sleeping. I can't say it's only because of today. This seems like a familiar symptom of traveling. It's not the first time it happened. Sleepy, sleepy, sleep. If no one beat me to it, I could do a thesis on it, maybe get in a medical journal. Returning from a trip syndrome. Not very creative. I fall asleep before I can think of a better name. Knock. A loud knock on my door wakes me up only a few hours into my nap. I'm annoyed because I've just been in the middle of a dream I can't remember, having been woken up in the middle of it, but I'm sure it was a good one. I briefly wonder who it could be, and it's not like I get many visitors, so I'm sure it's Kenji. I hope he's just rolling out the welcome wagon and not going to hit me up for money again. If that's the case, I'd be almost touched. Not touched enough to fight off the ears to roll over and go back to sleep, though. A few hours after that, I wake up again and immediately spot an envelope on the floor. Must be something that came in the mail while I was away. That's Shizune and Misha's department, so I wonder if they dropped by to give it to me, or maybe someone filled in for them in their absence and told Kenji to pass it along. Oh no. Oh no. I recognize this. When I pick it up, any remnants of sleepiness in me instantly vanish. Even if the name of the sender wasn't on it, I would have known who it was from by looking at the envelope itself, realizing why it looked so familiar, by recognizing the delicate handwriting addressing it. It's from Iwanako. At first, I can't believe it, but it wouldn't be too hard for her to track me down if she wanted to, with them kids and their dang Facebooks, and they Twitters, and they Google Pluses. Of course, I hadn't thought that she would want to. Maybe she was maybe my girlfriend for all of 5 seconds. After that, we barely spoke to each other. It'd be too easy to put this letter away somewhere and forget about it. Part of me wants to do that, or throw it away unread. But why I want to do these things, I don't know. It'd be easy to do them, easier than to read it. Slitting the envelope open with the tip of a pen, I'm surprised by the length of the letter it spills out. Dear Hisao, how are you? I hope you're well and happy at your school. Second year class put together in 3-1 for the final year, so you're pretty comfortable right from the beginning of the year. I'm sure you'd have been assigned to this class as well. Mood among the third year seems to be very... I don't think Hisao actually even read this during the Hanako thing, because I don't remember reading this. Maybe I skipped past it. They're so far away. The teachers are badgering about us all the time. Even Mr. Old Tachibana, who is, by the way, our own room teacher this year. Would you believe it? I was sure that he'd retire after our second year, but here he is, nagging everyone about studying for exams. I think things are like that are the main reason why the mood among the third years is so nervous. I must admit, I'm somehow losing confidence in myself as well, even though I've already fared reasonably well in exams. The small talk makes me feel nostalgic. It's almost as if I'm in the hospital again. Every now and then, Iwanaka would drop by and give me the gist of what was going on in a class that, even then, I had an inkling I would never return to. It's so weird to think we're already seniors, isn't it? The time has really flown past. I wonder where it went. The new first year seems so young and somehow really innocent. I keep wondering if I was like them in my first year. I've been feeling nostalgic like this for the whole first trimester? That's gotta be a translation error. There are other things I want to say. I'm writing to you because I felt like there are things I should have said after the incident back in winter. I really regret that I wasn't able to say them in person, and I have no excuse. The truth is, the times when I visit you at the hospital make me worried about you. I'm not talking about your health. You seem to be more distant and disheartened. It was natural after something that happened, I'm sure, but somehow I got the feeling you'd given up on something back then. Happiness, maybe? I wanted to somehow express my feelings, but the right words didn't come to me. I couldn't say anything to comfort you. I am truly sorry for being able to support you when it mattered the most. Even though, blah 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 blah. What a convenient time for her to rediscover sincerity. You know, think about it, she's right, doesn't started, blah 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 blah. Blah 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 blah. Blah blah blah. If I go back to those quiet days and bullshit, bullshit, bullshit. It's a strange feeling. I know I'm never going to hear from her again. If she really wanted to keep in touch, she wouldn't have picked a medium like snail mail to do it through. If she could get my address and my email and phone number, wouldn't have been much more work, and she wanted them. This is only a goodbye. I exhale, now becoming aware that this has been reading with bated breath. Now he's being distant, Iwanako. But maybe it really is for the best. For her to pick up a pen and write this letter to me, only because she felt guilty about how things ended. That she was hurt by how we floated out of each other's lives, made me feel some sort of wistful happiness. I almost want to thank her, and I only don't because I know she wouldn't want me to reply. There's a knock at my door, and it opens anyway about a millisecond later. I forgot to lock it because I'm a retard and want to die. Sup, man? Why's your door open? I run to the door fast. It's probably medically safe for me so I can prevent Kenji from seeing the mountains of pills just a couple of feet away from him, blocked from sight only by the door. Then there's the letter I'm holding. If he asks about it, I don't think I can make up anything convincing. About 2 feet away from him, I realized that his vision is so bad it would probably never an issue. He didn't even see me about to practically tackle him back to the doorframe. Hey, what the hell, man? What are you talking about? Your room has a billion locks on it. You just barged right through other people's doors. You didn't even wait a second after knocking when you tried the door. It was like simultaneous. You're already opening the door when you were knocking on it. See, it's exactly why I have all those locks. It's a cold, uncaring world out there, a gatecrasher's world. Now you also understand. I just taught you a valuable lesson, dude. Knowledge is power. Why are you yelling at me? I'm a hero. Look at you, you didn't even lock your door. The average woman could have killed you 1 billion times already, and then replaced you with a female clone indistinguishable from the original. It almost happened to me. Do tell. Ignoring the latter part, since it's too confusing, it's a funny he should say that. He was unable to stop me from tackling him head-on, yet apparently a woman could have killed me 1 billion times. If this man is a hero, we're all doomed. What's that you got there? Somehow I was able to see the letter still in my hand. How I've been waving it around, that's no surprise. I fold it back up quickly, but take care not to whip it behind my back or anything else. That would be too suspicious. Seems like I'm jumpy and I thought about Iwanaka writing to me. I got a letter. Oh yeah, I put that there. I was sleeping when I woke up because I heard explosions. I put on my helmet and peeked outside to see what was going on, but it was just a student councilwoman banging on your door. It was one with the pink hair. It was one without pink hair. She was knocking so loudly, it's obvious she was filled with murderous rage. Rage at you. Then she somehow sensed me behind her. I tried to escape, but it was too late. She caught me and started pointing at the door. I opened my mouth to tell him she's deaf, but decided not to, for various reasons. I didn't really get it, and she got more and more pissed off, like an old man trying to use a touchscreen phone. She's going to kill me. Kill me and replace me with a woman version of me. Then the sunlight reflected my glasses, and I blinded her, saving my life. It was like Behold, optic blast! I don't know how someone with glasses could be hurt by glasses. She uses them too, so she should be immune to their death rays. But whatever. She gave me this envelope with your name on it and just left. Clearly, she was out for blood, so I lied and said you were away. I think you were away, right? I've been trying to ask if you wanted to come out with my homework for a week now, but I get no answer. Welcome back, man. Thanks. Yeah, so she gave me this envelope that had your name on it. I didn't want to hold on to it because what if it was a bomb? So I just shoved it under your door when she was gone. I was gonna tell you, but you got back before I could. At least it's not a bomb. Gee, thanks. I'm not gonna help you with your math homework because what if your math textbook is a bomb? He looks devastated. And also like he's considering the possibility it really could be a bomb. I guess it's possible since no one really uses their math book all that much. I throw the letter in the dresser behind me and turn to leave, swinging the door shut behind me as I do. It collides against the tip of Kenji's shoe and bounces back open, although he hops around for a bit, acting like it hurt way more than it should have. Before I know, he's already inside my room. I'm powerless to stop him before he scoops up the letter, strangely ignoring the towers of pill balls surrounding it. Don't just read mail that isn't your own. Come on, what is it, a love letter from your girlfriend? Does she include any photos? Sexy photos? I could use them for my formula, if you know what I mean. Reaching against the dresser and pain and mind the balls he sends all over the floor by doing so, Kenji quietly reads through Iwanako's letter. The process takes seemingly forever with how close he holds it to his face, makes it look like he's trying to eat it. Who's Iwanako? My ex-girlfriend. Ex-girlfriend, huh? This is the breakup letter. I thought they were a myth. No, I guess it is, but really she's been my ex-girlfriend for a while. Anyway, I think I'm already over it. Kenji gives a thumbs up, clearly relieved I'm not going to take this into an awkward direction, though I almost want to, since I told him not to fucking read it. Yeah, that's a good attitude, alright. I had a bad breakup too, but you can't let it get you down. And I mean, just look at me. I look like Harry Potter. But hey, she wrote you a letter, maybe that means she wants to get back together, huh? It says right here, write her back. You should do it. Is she cute? For a guy who thinks feminists are working to enslave men everywhere, he really is interested in cute girls. I have a girlfriend. Besides, look at the context. She doesn't want me to write back. Just because that's what it says, that isn't what she means. But that's what she wrote. This rockfish kid chick wrote... What? Rockfish kid? Is that what Iwanako means in Japanese? I read it, I know what it says. I told you, you have to look at the context. She said I drifted away from her, and everything there shows that she accepted that. I think the reason she wrote to me is just because she wants to, I guess, part amicably. But we're done. She doesn't want to get back together, or whatever you're thinking. As I thought about it more, it sounds to me like I'm just trying to make excuses for myself. That's not a good place to be. I'm positive that she doesn't want me to write her back. I can live with that. If I were to write her back just get a less than desirable response, or no response, then I would just be crushed. Perhaps that fear is why I'm trying to justify my decision. It could be, but I don't want to think about it. Thought is oddly repulsive. Why is this such a big deal to you, anyway? Because you should write back to her. She wants you to. I want to see what the response is going to be. Damn! It doesn't even have to be a nice letter. That's cool, too. But you could write an angry letter and call her out. That's my new attack strategy. I'm just gonna call women out. You should try it. Even if she wrote me a letter, you have to understand what that means. Writing someone a letter is different now. It's not something you just do. Not in this kind of situation. You pick up your phone and call someone across the world in an instant and talk to them almost like they were there with you. Or send them an email. They'll be notified instantly that they got it and can reply back, just like that. A letter can be a personal thing, and that's why she wanted to keep me at an arm's distance. It's not like I can pop over there and visit her. If I had her number, I could call her, or I could mail her. If she really wanted to hear back from me, I would have dropped her one of those in there. Indeed. I feel silly for continuously reassuring myself I'm not faced by Iwanako writing to me when it's so obvious that I am. Don't care. Kenji. Don't give a fuck. My back hurts. If she was still around, I could tell my ex to massage it. I don't know how to use an oven either. I miss baked food. And if we were to go bowling in the hallway sometimes, I missed that. I had to bowl all by myself during the last festival. You bowl in the hallway? You're gonna hit someone. She used to say that all the time. Kenji sighs nostalgia. Was he dating Yuko, now I think about it? Because I've been skimming what he's been saying as it's been scrolling by. I bet he was dating Yuko. How did someone get hurt by stepping on a bowling pin? Apparently he needed his girlfriend since she bowled with him. Well, strange definition of love, but I guess it's something. Maybe you should try to write her a letter. If she writes back, you can get married. Married? No, 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 no. No. Okay, fine, but why not? You clearly like her, even though you hate women. Feminists! Not women, feminists! There's a difference. There are non-feminist women. Damn, your discrimination is incredible. Correlation does not equal causation. Even if she is insane and a woman, doesn't mean she's a feminist insane woman. It's like how the absence of evidence isn't the evidence of absence. If it's true, then by relative property, the presence of evidence doesn't equal the evidence of presence. Oh god, I should have took a breath. Actually, I think it is, and don't think it's called the relative property. No, shut up! It's mathematics. You're saying math is wrong? I think he is wrong. So even Kenji is someone that he likes. I'm tempted to ask why he and his ex broke up. Did they confirm information? Blah 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 blah. Blah 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 blah, don't care. What the fuck? Since I'm already out here dressed, I might as well get something to eat in town. My wallet is back in my room though. On the way back there, I stumble across Misha sitting down behind the main building. Her eyes are closed in sleep, and she looks very tranquil. It's always been hard to picture her not constantly bouncing around or hopping on the tips of her toes impatiently. My first instinct is to call her out and see if she's seen Shizune, or if she wants to go downtown with me. Now I've seen her, I don't feel like disturbing her. I leave her alone. The fuck was that about? The fuck was that about? Oh god, am I gonna have to play Agony Aunt to Misha? For the first few days after I was back, I almost forgot that I was in the student council. I managed to pick up here and there that the student council usually gets swamped with work around the end of the break, but it didn't have to be the case. The few times I did manage to catch Shizune and Misha, they were in too much of a hurry for me to get a chance to ask if they needed help. Anytime they weren't, I'd only be able to get hold of Misha. Shizune would say something about how there was work, but there was so little involving either Misha or I would only bore us. After a while, the idea of having some free time again started to grow on me, even though there's still periods where I felt like I had too much of it. Just when I was getting used to it, though, things changed again. Now I find myself back in the student council room, arguing with Shizune about whether the tissue boxes make good ballot boxes or not. I'm telling you, they work just fine, so long as we get the cube-shaped ones, not the rectangular ones. Misha, can you sign that to her? I've kinda got my hands full. On second thought, forget it. She's busy cutting out ballot slips, so if she were to make one errant movement, she'd probably send those scissors flying at someone's head. I drop the box of poster paints I'm carrying on the little table in the student council room, and cough as a wave of dust hits me in the face. It really has been a while. Do you think we should change the size of the ballot slips?
What? But Shi-chan! I already cut out so many of them!
We can make them smaller, it'll be more efficient. We just have to shrink the font. More ballots will fit in a single box that way. We'll only need half the amount of paper then. The format for voting can be changed. It could be more like a real election. Then, we might be able to get away with buying less boxes. With the money left over, we can get a pizza, or maybe Chinese, or a cake, or 3 bowls of a new ramen bowl I want to try. Shizune expectedly rubs a finger along the frame of her glasses as she ponders more ways to cut even half yen of spending off of our budget. Do they even have half yen? And what is that background? I don't have a fan on or anything. Like, you won't hear it. You won't hear the background noise because I'm going to cut it out. You might hear it when I'm talking. I don't know how well that carries over because I'm not using my isolation booth because that thing is fucking massive. And now it's gone. That was very strange. Sorry about breaking the fourth wall there. I just looked over at Audacity and it's like, hey, dum-dum. There's a very loud noise going on in the background that you're going to have to get rid of. What about the ballot slips Misha already cut out? Don't worry, I can make them into memo pads and sell them at the school store.
Shi-chan, they don't look very cute though.
Shizune seems to agree. Now they're arguing, it makes it seem like consists of more than signing yes they do and no they don't at each other until they're so tired of it, they just take turns pointing at each other commandingly. This is strange, partly because it looks kind of ridiculous, but also because I've never seen them disagree. Then again, both of them have looked very stressed these past. Oh god, Misha not having drills, like, it throws me off, man. It fucks with me. She's only been increasingly absorbed in the idea of student council elections, though we're months away. I imagine this is how politicians act when they realize a regime change is imminent and their era is over. I'm having trouble taking student council matters seriously at all, even now as I practice my calligraphy on signs that won't go up for weeks, but I can understand why Shizune does. After all, she had been a student council president for 3 years. According to her dad, she's wanted the job for even longer. I guess 3 years is too short a career for her to leave feeling satisfied. Did the law student council go through this much trouble to make it a smooth transition for you? Tsuzune makes a chagrined face as he tells they weren't very helpful at all. I guess you're doing this at a good example, then. Da-da-da.
That only comes into play if they learn anything from it, Hee-chan. If they don't, I'll be hyper mad! If they turn out to be the flaky type, I'll definitely be hard on them. They will learn firsthand why I had the dungeon built, and why the chains cannot be broken by